Hey, my name is Emmanuel Williams. I'm the Director of Economic Justice and Development for the Black United Front of Oregon. Today's event is entitled Navigating Business Partnerships, Insights, Pitfalls, and Cautionary Tales. We had a panel discussion with 3 entrepreneurs that have been through it when it comes to navigating their business partnerships. Some have dissolved their business, some are still continuing in their business. But we had a great discussion, a beautiful setting, and I'll let you guys check it out. Welcome to our, I guess not a workshop, just discussion, you know what I'm saying? We're located at 2828 Northeast Alberta, in the heart of Alberta.
It was something that this person always would tell me. He would be like, we have to separate personal from business. Personal business, personal business, personal business.
There's no black dude doing meditation stuff. Like, I found my lane. And I started a podcast called Opening Presence and having deep, engaging conversations about the healing journey and coming into your authenticity.
When you let sometimes the wrong person in your life and you don't have nobody to call, like I tell folks, don't call your girlfriend, you call your lawyer.
And I was like, okay, and Emmanuel, he said something like, this feels like a relationship. When you get into a partnership with somebody, whether it's a woman, a man, whatever their pronouns is, it's a relationship.
I'm here to tell you, I've spent $52,000 in litigation fees that I'm still in because of this person.
And mixed with my own creativity, like being a photographer and stuff, I found like my own kind of energy that I had put out there. So like this.
Or what are some topics of conversation that you think this is what we should have talked about before signing the dotted line?
Gauge one another's commitment in that relationship building process, and then like, all right, do we need to sign paperwork? If you kind of vetted one another's commitment towards something.
So the information I got today was just kind of, take precaution and, just because it looked good don't necessarily mean it'll look good a year from now when it comes to business partnerships.
Gotcha.
The setting for the conversation is what actually sort of not shocked me but surprised me in a very positive way. It felt more like an engaged session where people can actually see themselves in the stories being told.
My biggest takeaway was do the background checks. With a background in HR, I failed in that, and it was just really affirming to hear the same narrative over and over again, which is just back to basics. And but also there's a lot of growth and failure. So.
Okay, even if I make the mistakes, it's not peculiar to me. It's something that is common, and then we all have, similar wars to fight or similar battles to fight. So I think more forums like this where people can bear their hearts out from people that look and speak and actually go through things that are similar to theirs can only help the community. So I liked it a lot.
No means no. Have a recovery point, which means when you say no to people, you're saying yes to yourself.
Due diligence. It's kind of funny because my background is doing background checks and making sure, and I'm a very paranoid person anyway.
The main one that kept sticking out in my head was failure is part of your journey. It's definitely not your final destination. I think a lot of times people are hanging on to failures as kind of a loss, but really it's a lesson and kind of how to do better and sounds like for them a lesson in getting to know who they are and how they want to show up in a partnership, or if they want to show up in a partnership at all.
My biggest takeaway would have to be to trust your intuition and trust your gut with decision making. I truly believe into that, so I think that's the biggest takeaway I could take from this discussion today.
So due diligence is something I think every entrepreneur has to take into account when they're going into business, especially when they're going into business with someone else.
So that was it. That was a great event. You guys heard from the panelists. You guys heard from those that were in the crowd, just soaking up the good conversation. So y'all know you got to come to these events. You don't want to miss out because every time it's a vibe. Appreciate y'all for checking this out. I'll let y'all next time.